Hello there, folks, and welcome to another edition of
This is just in.
First up in the news, Ricky Berwick is at the center of some controversy. He's a YouTuber with a condition known as Beals-Hex syndrome. Ricky has dealt with having this condition in the best way possible. He's built a massive YouTube channel making fun of everything he could think of, including himself. However, he recently faced some backlash after releasing a new video of him unboxing a brand new PS5. In the video, the logo for PlayStation is replaced with the title Retard Station.
Baby! Alright, here we go. Turning on the PlayStation 5 for the first time. What the hell?
Ricky has also released a line of merch for his YouTube channel that includes the Retard Station title displayed prominently on the front of the shirt. Now, many people find Ricky's ability to laugh at his condition endearing. However, some have begun to take offense towards Ricky's brand of humor, and one woman took it upon herself to deliver a heavy dose of outrage on behalf of other people that aren't her.
So you don't take responsibility for all the people that follow you who are totally healthy, that sit there and call people who like people who I work with the R word. You don't care about that at all. But you want to sit there and say, oh, I'm making content for people so they can laugh. I'm making content for people so they can have an escape. What happens to the people that fucking don't know you, that don't have an escape, that your followers go after and call fucking the R word? What happens to them? What happens? Really, Ricky, I'm asking you as a fucking human being, what the fuck happens to those people? You're a sick human being, and you have way more going on than just your physical disabilities. I hope you get help. Seriously, I really do. I really hope you get help. Because you don't care about anybody in any community besides yourself, your fucking pockets, and what's gonna make you money. You're pathetic. Disgusting. Disgusting. You're pathetic. You really are. And you don't care. The thing that makes you pathetic, and I liked you for a minute. I really honestly liked you for a minute. I did. I swear to God I did. Because I would love to have a big content creator with a disability that can make content and make it meaningful and have those people in that community be able to relate. But I don't want them to be able to relate by allowing people to demean them. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. And there are literally people who fight day in and day out, so that they can be known than more than just their disability. And you want to sit here and fucking make a shirt R-word station. It's fucking disgusting. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what else you or your followers have to say. It's disgusting. It really is. You have nothing to say. You have no accountability to take. You don't care. Do you?
I personally think Ricky should just laugh off the outrage being cast in his direction. Joke policing is a trend that people everywhere are simply sick of seeing. If it's just a joke, it's just a joke. And in other news, Ethan Ralph was back in jail. Earlier this week, on December 15th, Ethan Ralph tweeted out that he had just been released from jail. It seemed the moment that many thought would never happen is in fact happening. Ralph's ex-girlfriend Faith has pressed charges against him for revenge porn. Now listen up, this took a lot of folks by surprise. Many times when allegations surface on social media, it seems the issues never see a day in court. However, this time, things are different. Ethan Ralph explained what happened later that night on the kill stream.
I was sitting here in my new home around 5:30 p.m. Eastern when some of Richmond's finest stopped by and knocked on the door. I was alerted to the fact that this was Richmond's finest. I had my shorts on and shirt. I just went on the show, actually, at VPFM. They came in. We did, by the way, somebody said, looked like y'all had a great time in Tampa. We did, and I want to talk more about the Tampa thing later. Shout out to all the members of the Kill Stream compound, or the Trap House, as I saw Giga call it over there. But anyway, Richmond's finest came by. They informed me that there was a warrant out for my arrest. I informed them, of course, I was very cooperative, etc. They asked me, did I know anything about it? And I said, nah, not really, but possibly, I don't know. And they didn't even know what it was. So they let me come back in, put my shoes on, put my sweatpants on, which I did. and they transported me to the Richmond City Justice Center, I believe, 1701 Fair something, where I saw a magistrate, and it was about the whole sex tape thing back in the summer. And the magistrate was very polite. The police officers were amazing. They had so many stories to tell. I went into my escapades in Loudoun County. I was at, he was like, well, how'd you get that assault on law enforcement? And I said, I was on a hotel couch and I was drunk and I took a swing at a cop. I didn't hit him. Basically, that's how I ended up getting 8 months. And he said that would have never happened in Richmond. And I said, yes, I know that would have never happened in Richmond. I said, I know what would have happened in Richmond. And then he looked down at his body camera. I won't say any names. There were several cops on the scene. I talked to several cops at several different points of time. So I don't want to say any names or put anybody out there. But he said you would have got your ass kicked. That's what you would have gotten. And you wouldn't have cared anyway. You wouldn't even remembered how it would happen. You just woke up sore. I said, yeah, that's what I deserved, a fucking ass whipping. I swear to God, he told me this too. This is not some comedian bit or anything. I swear to God, he told me this. And told me a lot of other stories too that I won't repeat because that would probably identify him. But I had a great time talking to the officers and went down there. The magistrate was very kind. Allowed me I don't know if it's called a surety bond. Not a surety bond. It's a recognizance bond, which I walked out without having to pay any money since it's so understaffed because of COVID, quote unquote. It took me 2 hours to get out, even though I got bonded in like 30 minutes. So that was slightly annoying, but I understand how that goes. I made some comments on Twitter, and I'm going to let those stay on Twitter. I have spoken with my attorney and etc. I'm going to be in court tomorrow morning, actually. The beginning of the journey here. I will say that I'm very confident in prevailing on this matter. Extremely confident. And I don't want to get into the nuts and bolts. I've talked about this before. There have been statements made by others, conflicting statements made by others about this matter. Principles in the matter. I won't get into those because I don't feel like it's appropriate. I do want to say, as for Faith herself, I don't want to see any attacks on her or anything like that. It is what it is. I'm very confident that I will prevail in this matter. I'm not going to attack her myself. It's not conducive to anything. I'm very confident in my position as it is, and it's a regrettable situation. I mean, let's not act like it's not. But you guys know me. I'm going to keep doing the show. I'm going to keep working, keep pushing through everything. It's very hard to throw me off the ball there. And so that's what we're dealing with. And that's what's happening. So I'll be there at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I did see, it was revealed today as well that I'm dating Pantsuit Party, so I guess that's fair to state here on the show too. I don't know if there's any more elaboration necessary on that, but that's part of the goings on as well. So now let me bring in I don't know. I could, again, I'm not going to go into the blow by blows and the particulars of the case and all this, except to reiterate what I said. And I'm not just saying that. I am extremely confident that I will prevail on this, perhaps even very soon. So that's all I can say about it. And, the proof is in the pudding, and time will tell, as they say. And I'm very confident that I'm right, though, in what I just told you guys.
The next day, Ralph went into court for the arraignment portion of the court proceedings. I don't expect much information on the court proceedings to come out until things really kick off on December 23rd. But supporters of Ethan Ralph have been quick to point out that Faith had already released a video months ago where she spoke on this very subject of revenge porn. And she stated that Ethan Ralph was not guilty of revenge porn.
I want to state very clearly that Ethan Ralph absolutely did not release revenge porn of me. He had my consent to record the video. We're still together, and we plan to marry soon.
Bringing up this clip is a valid point, and it could be something that could cause an issue while prosecuting Ethan Ralph. However, keep in mind that when this video was made, Faith did not believe Ralph to be the person that leaked the sex tape. And in the clip, she only makes the statement that she gave consent for the recording of the video. But she did not say anything about consenting to the distribution of the sex tape. Ethan Ralph had convinced her at the time that he was hacked. But remember, we saw firsthand on a live stream Ralph sending that link to Faith's ex-boyfriend from the Ralph Retort Instagram account.
I think Ralph deserves a sub forum on the farm, yeah. Totally. Oh, Ralph is messaging me right now. Let's see what this says. Uh-huh. Great. Yeah, I know he's trying to get me flagged. It's funny. Well, if he gets it flagged down, he gets flagged down. Kiwi's got the article. Here, I'm just gonna go ahead and just... Shit. Didn't mean to do that.
And also, don't forget, just a few weeks ago, Mr. Vickers, Faith's father, detailed the story of how Faith actually learned who leaked the sex tape and why her stance on the issue in relation to Ethan Ralph has changed.
So, here's Faith, stuck in Richmond, isolated from her family, and being fed lies by Ethan Ralph. She was, until very recently, still convinced that he was not the one who released the revenge porn. But when she got back to CA, notes started getting compared. Evidence started being presented. And when she confronted him with it, he confessed his crime to her.
After being asked once again to comment on the situation with Ethan Ralph, Nick Rekieta had this to say on the situation.
Ethan Ralph was allegedly taken into custody and subsequently released from custody today in, I believe, Virginia. I don't know what the root or genesis of the charges are. I don't know the details. My assumption, based on his tweets, is that it has something to do with Faith, his alleged ex-girlfriend / pending baby mama. Okay? I don't know. I have not read anything other than someone linked me Ralph's tweet. Okay? So don't accuse me of knowing everything and like covering up. I don't know. The only reason I do, I was just sitting watching Punisher with Lady Rackets, and I got a little bling, and so then I looked, and that's what I saw, all right? I assume it has to do with Faith. There are allegations out there, from what I understand, in trying to catch up on this subject, there are allegations out there that Ralph physically assaulted Faith. I believe I saw that there's an allegation that the sex tape posted by allegedly Ralph, although he denies it, kind of looks like Ralph posted it based on the circumstances, but I'm just reporting here. There are, I believe, allegations that now that is being called revenge porn. I did a video on this when it came out. There is, to my understanding, some evidence going both ways on that. Maybe a statement from Faith that it was consensual. I don't know. I've just got bits and snippets, and I don't have an encyclopedic memory of the 1,000 pages of Kiwi Farms posts I've been reading over the past 2 weeks, okay? I have no actual knowledge of what is the state of those allegations and both sides of the issue, just some glimpses. But if it has to do with the revenge porn issue, if it has to do with the physical assault issue, and if the police are involved, there's a possibility we might get to see some answers one way or another about what has happened. I will happily cover that as information becomes available on it. But my understanding at this point is that Ralph was arrested or taken into custody or asked in some way, and then he was released from custody to the point where he tweeted about it. So that's the state right now. That's all I know about it. Again, I don't want to be accused of guarding something when I just know what I know. So, and if you need an internet person to tell you how to not be like internet people, let me tell you, don't live your life emulating an internet person.
Listen up, folks. It's not clear what's going to happen next. The fate of Ethan Ralph's future rests in the hands of the court. If he is found guilty, he could face hefty fines or even jail time. But even if he's found innocent, he will have wasted a massive amount of time and money. And he'll still end up paying child support for the next 18 years. Either way, it's not looking like a good time to be Ethan Ralph.
I'm a superstar and they're nothing.
Do you enjoy these videos? Do you want more? This just in? Well, help us grow. Tell your uncaring family, tweet it out to your loser friends, think about me while making love to your spouse. How's about a thumbs up? Maybe check out the Patreon and tip your entertainer. The more feedback these videos get, the more videos I'll make. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to spread the word and tell the world about...
This is just in.